I'm sure a lot of you here have experience with the different sources of measurement and how, organizationally, you probably have to flavor every single one of them and learn the pros and cons before you settle on this triangulated approach, Madan, that you talk about. And I'll drive home this point with an anecdote. Back at Peloton, one of the things that we were able to scale really successfully was YouTube and online video as a channel of sales. So we actually was it actually was a lower funnel driver of sales for us. So it actually created a lot of conflict for the first 2 years, and the reason was, depending on which department you spoke to, they all looked at the data differently. So from a marketing perspective, we were early adopters of lift testing, incrementality, and contribution to sales. So we had a fairly evolved view of how to think about modeling for YouTube. But the challenge was, if you were to talk to a product organization or you talk to e-com, they were still looking at last touch attribution and looking at, especially even FP&A or those folks. They looked at the YouTube traffic that we were driving, and they just couldn't believe that we were spending millions of dollars on to laugh us out of the room every single time we went into a CFO meeting with incremental sales and showed them these results. I'm sure a lot of you here feel that pain in justifying some of these non-traditional direct response channels. But why did YouTube work for us? And what was the thing that we all settled on eventually? In my opinion, data paralysis is really, and I know we'll talk a little bit more about this, but I'll tee it up, is around first principles. What is it that is real about what you know about the business and what works? So in Peloton's case, we knew that sight, sound, and motion, to put it simply, worked. Why? Because it was a brand new concept. No one had ever heard of a indoor connected fitness exercise bike that live streamed classes with music and inspiration and interactivity. And they were like, what is this? And to us, the combination of we knew video worked. And that was the first principle, because we had several channels that we had unlocked at that point. Madan, you're familiar with some of this in our previous engagement. So I will say that, it was an interesting journey for us, both as a education exercise cross-functionally to take our source of truth, which was the idea of triangulation, using differentiated sources of truth, picking out the things that are real, and incrementality as a concept really helped us build that narrative, whether that was brand search lift, whether that was the idea of qualified visits and how we thought about incrementality there, all the way down to what media mix modeling did, is modeled out incremental sales.